day, Ruskin enjoyers. Have done right, 'cause it's time for the abnormal barders. Tonight, we actually have quite a lot to chase after. We've got the garage door, the small backpacks, the Thompson, the AK-47, the rug, the large backpack, the metal Shopfront, and this particular bucket helmet from hell. Yep, we've got quite a lot to chase after, quite a lot of abnormals. And of course, Scavenger Sap, Deep Sea Bucket Helmet, both of these are regular skins. They will only become marketable when the roster rotates tomorrow. Now, if you're a little bit surprised and confused with the terminology I've been using, abnormal skins, regular skins, what? Do you need help? Well, I'll quickly try my best to help you out. First of all, look in the description of this video. Scroll down, it's right there. 2 videos are listed, okay? Look at the first video. It's a 60-second short video which will quickly showcase to you the abnormal skins. They become marketable before the roster even rotates. And if you're interested in Ruskin investing, it's super helpful, right? Like, you can get an early insight into figuring out whether certain skins are actually going to work out as nice investments. Ah, yes, that might be pretty interesting. It might be pretty useful. So, basically, what's going to happen is we're going to sit down, figure out some decent prices for all these skins. We'll question, well, you know, are we going to see any other garage door skins anytime soon, for example? Are we going to see any interesting collection continuations, for example? We'll figure out a decent price. And when the time is right, which will be in about 30 minutes from now, all of the abnormals, they will become marketable, and we'll race to get those barders down. Now, hopefully, we're one of the fastest people to put down a decent barder, because in the future, if someone were to make a mistake or just not care about the prices they sell their skins at, we'll be the people who pick up these skins for a cheaper price, and we'll be the people who have managed to sell them for some sweet, delicious profit. So, right, cool. So, yep, after we've done the abnormal barders, we'll look at all the barders each skin has. We'll see how many barders each skin has. We'll see how high the prices go, and then we'll actually get a pretty good idea in regards to, you know what? Maybe it might be perfectly fine to just buy these skins straight from the rush store. They could still work out as nice investments, is what I'm saying. So, yes, after we've done the barders, we'll have a good idea of what we can just buy straight from the rush store. Now, of course, with the regular skins, they will only become marketable when the rush store rotates tomorrow. We can still offer, like, perfectly fine prices and whatnot. Or maybe we'll have to bring up the idea of potentially considering buying some now. Although, with these two, probably not today. So, all right, cool. So, that's everything in regards to just like a quick recap. But if you want to understand everything there is in regards to abnormals, look at the second video listed in the description. It's about 20 minutes long, but it quite literally will inform you of everything there is in regards to abnormals. It'll help you in regards to being able to identify them. It'll help you in regards to being able to figure out when they're going to become marketable, all right? Sounds good? Cool. So, with that all out of the way, we now have quite a lot to yap about. We need to figure out, could these skins actually work out as nice investments? Because with this week's rush store, the sales are pretty high. And we must be aware that in 2 months' time, it will be October. It will be the dreaded autumn-fall seasonal dip. Prices are actively, like, they're improving. They're doing pretty good at the moment. But it doesn't last forever. And eventually, we will go back to, you know, bad times. We're just around the corner from seeing rock-bottom prices, okay? So we have to be prepared for such a thing. Right now, it's a pretty good time to sell. But in 2 months' time, you know what? It's the opposite. It's a great time to buy. So, all right, cool. Let's now go ahead, figure out prices for the skins. Endgame garage door. So, I saw this and I thought, okay, yeah, that's a very nice looking garage door. And I'm sure we could agree. Yeah. A lot of people are taking a liking to it. It's a very nice looking skin. But I've seen some very nice looking garage door skins appear over the past year. And I've also seen them sell quite a lot. There's a bit of a pattern, you see. So first of all, let's also just quickly go ahead and point out there was an attempt for a collection continuation. In fact, there's 3 options. We got some very nice looking designs for sheet metal doors. Now, I think the original red version is what's most likely to be accepted, but it's nice to see the option for some variety. Oh. But I feel like that's probably the most likely, outcome. So anyway, what's this potential negative you speak of, Hedge? So, as I said, this year we have seen quite a lot of garage doors, and I do believe we're still on course to seeing a record-breaking amount in a single year. That's not good for potential investments because there's far too many options. Like, look at last year, for example. Last year was a record-breaking amount of garage doors being accepted. How many of those skins are currently in the positive right now? Like a handful at best. Mystic Tree, Neon Luna, Senor Tomato, you got Popstar, you've got Harbour Seal, and you've got Cobalt Jungle Container. Alright, cool. The vast majority are down bad. And of course, there's Twitch drops and kick drops and whatnot, so And when you look at this year, so far, there's only 3 that are doing quite alright. 1, 2, 3. So, please be aware of that. And let's also make a point of, oh look, Lost Soul Garage Door. Do you remember this specific design? A lot of people took a liking to this. A lot of people liked what they saw. Very mysterious, very spooky. 30,000 plus subscribers. And yet, right now, it's down on price. It's lost value. Do you know why? Because a lot more garage doors appeared after it. A lot more interesting, cool, and nice looking designs. Take a look at Apotheosis of War, for example, as well. Yes. 27,000 subscribers. A very nice looking design in itself as well. It also has a very nice collection behind it as well. So yeah, that seemed like a perfectly fine thing to jump onto, didn't it? And then more garage doors appeared, and then more and more and more, and then more very interesting designs. Noticing the pattern? There will always be more garage doors. There will be more interesting designs. So what I see here, again, I don't blame you if you bought that because you liked it. And by all means, if you like a skin, just treat yourself, buy it. Buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators. Keep them nice and motivated. Want to keep putting out nice creative designs in the future. I say it so much I almost got tongue-tied. But you know what I'm saying? You know, if you want a skin, just treat yourself and buy it, all right? Not everything has to be an investment. But with this in particular, if I was to sit here and question, do you want to buy 20 of them? Or 30 of them? Or 100 of them? Maybe 1,000 of them? I think I'll just be sticking with a buy order. Again, if we do see any of those sequels potentially being accepted, I wouldn't be surprised if that does work out quite right for the near future. But eventually, October time, do not be surprised if the whole rush door here suffers. In fact, you should be expecting all skins in general suffering. That's to be expected. It's a routine thing that happens every single year. A lot of behaviour of rush skins repeats every single year. So, unfortunately, we have expectations of when things are going to go bad. Okay? So, Endgame Garage Store, you're cool. I like you. But I think I'm only going to offer $1 to $1.50. We'll see if it holds up. Again, if I do see a sequel being accepted, alright, you know what? I might remove my higher buy order and I'll put down a stronger one. I'll probably push up to about $2. But for now, $1 to $1.50. Next, I'm going to do all the small backpacks at the same time. And with all due respect, I have dismissed them quite a lot recently. I dismissed them pretty quickly in my predictions video. I've even put up a short video discussing the potential problems because, of course, you know, they're brand new skinnables. However, as much as I like to compare to what happened with the original large backpacks, which you can see over to here, oh boy, they sold quite a lot, and now to this day they're still struggling. Although, counterpoint, look at Blackout, but then counterpoint is Blackout, and that's beloved, so anyway. It's a lot easier to get small backpacks compared to large backpacks. There's more justification to own skins. Oh, yeah. So I've been so dismissive over the idea of, like, brand new skinnables that I've completely neglected that. You know what, Hedge? A lot of people are actually using these, you know? So, like, you've got to respect that, yeah, sure, all right, we're going to probably see quite a lot of skins being accepted over the course of this month. And I've even put out a short video just kind of showcasing this. Like, there you go. That's like a still image of all the collection continuations. There's like 10 there. And then there was more. Yeah, more submissions appeared after this. So, like, I'm not sure what's potentially going to get accepted tomorrow. But there certainly are very nice options. Let's just say that. So, with more potential options on the horizon, as more and more skins are accepted, yes, of course, with so many more options, the original ones, they're not so special anymore. And unfortunately, they'll very likely lose interest, and they'll very likely lose value. But in regards to No Mercy, I have to kind of give it an extra sort of, like, thumbs up. Because for now, that is the go-to white option for people who like to roam around in the snow. I don't think we're going to see another white backpack for a while. Even though right now I can confirm to you there are options. And I guess I can't... flashbang. Sorry. Why did that happen now? I don't know. Sorry. Okay. But as you can see, lots of very interesting options are here. But immediately, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Arctic Protection. I'm going to bring up Thunder Gold. Yes. What a lovely picture there. Thank you so much, Demon. But you see what I'm saying. There are options. There are alternatives. And, well, we kind of saw this with the Thunder Gold large backpack, didn't we? The second that got accepted... Well, that sold quite a lot, and to this day, it's still doing wonderful. So if I could look on SEMem, and yeah, I'll be talking about this in a second. Why is he looking at all Redskins? Oh, don't you worry. So if I go ahead and look at large backpacks, I must remind you as well, at some point we also have to expect a H-June small backpack. It really wouldn't surprise me, okay? It really wouldn't surprise me if we get a small backpack version of this. And with other options for white backpacks appearing, unfortunately, small backpack, no mercy, small backpack very likely will suffer. Now, with all due respect, it's only down by 22% here. We'll see what happens, okay? We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah. Alternatively, that did about 20,000 subscribers, and it has doubled in price. Yeah, people like Thunder Gold. Yeah. So, still hoping for the likes of more options being available, but if you're investing, you probably don't want that to happen. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So anyway, at least you are aware. So, focusing now. For the No Mercy small backpack, I will offer, with that priced at $2.49, with that sitting there at 25,000 subscribers almost, which, by the way, it has fallen short with my expectation. So I thought No Mercy small backpack in the garage door, I thought they're going to both do between 27 to 32,000 subscribers. The garage door's doing all right in that regard, but this, you've undersold. I think I'm going to offer $1 to $1.50 for specifically the No Mercy small backpack. But for the other two, Cargo Heli small backpack and Chrome Runner small backpack, I think I'm only going to offer 80 cents to $1.20. Again, if I didn't get that message on YouTube with the guy quite literally pointing out Hedge, there's actually more justification for skins with the small backpacks. They do get used a whole lot more. You know what? You're right. I probably would have offered less, but now I'm going to offer a somewhat decent price and go at least halfway. But I'm still worried about a lot more options appearing. And by the time we reach October time, which is in just about 2 months, it really wouldn't surprise me if by then we've got about 10 to 15 small backpack skins available in Rust, including Twitch drops and kick drops. Yes, it's to be expected. So right then, $1 to $1.50 and 80 cents to $1.20. But now we have the Valkyrie Thompson. And first things first, let me just go ahead and remind you, earlier this year, we saw the Hellcore Thompson being accepted. That only did 12,700 subscribers. Now, let's also point out the price has dipped. How unfortunate. Oh no, what could have caused this? Well, the Valkyrie Thompson appeared. Oh yeah. So I actually was a little bit confused. I thought it was because a lot of people just like... I guess people got a little bit too competitive and wanted to start unloading their stock whilst they could. But no, it's because Valkyrie appeared, didn't it? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's just quickly point out, ever since this first, became available, it's just been going up. But now it's been going down a fair bit. Again, Valkyrie Thompson literally just appeared. Do you remember what happened when we saw the Tribal Alloy SAR with the transparency? Hellcore SAR, Heatseeker SAR, they both dipped for a while, didn't they? They're doing quite all right now, though. Go take a look at them. So, yeah, don't be too surprised with what's happened here. Chances are, after it's been removed from the Rust store tomorrow, these will go back up in price. Because, of course, I also need to mention Heatseeker Thompson. Now, with Heatseeker Thompson, that's been around for at least a year. That did 33,684 subscribers, which is quite a fair bit more compared to what we're looking at with our Valkyrie Thompson. And that has had time to flourish. That has time to rise. And I am expecting the behaviour we see here very likely will be happening with a Valkyrie Thompson. Now, again, that is still wishful thinking. Nothing is a guarantee. But just look and see how everything worked out. This came out back in, what? The very end of May 2025, yep. And it just kept going up, and it still dips during the autumn-fall seasonal dip, as you'll see. But it rises up, dips again a little bit. Oh, post-Christmas, Easter dip, and then after that, it just rises and rises and rises and rises. That did over 30,000 subscribers. That recently sold for around $15, $17. And again, this also dipped because, of course, we've got the Valkyrie Thompson appearing. So the main thought is, so as long as we don't see another transparent Thompson being accepted anytime soon, this should work out perfectly fine. And just to clarify, marketable. There've actually been quite a decent amount of options as of recent regards to Twitch drops and kick drops Thompsons that had transparency as well. But it doesn't seem to affect these whatsoever. So, okay. How much am I going to offer for you? The $3 Valkyrie Thompson? Well, I think I'm just going to straight up offer $2 to $2.50. And yes, I'll be buying some. And again, it's so silly because you literally only have transparency here to the sides. The side panels, that's it. And yet, at some point, $10+. That's the hope. And you know what? Maybe in the future it doesn't go as planned. Oh no, it might only got to about like $8. Oh no, how tragic. So again, it's in a good spot. Valkyrie collection still getting skins accepted. Can confirm on the workshop right now there is a Valkyrie sap available that could potentially be accepted in the upcoming store. Although I don't want it to happen because then there'll be another pay-to-win sap. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's in a pretty good spot. $2 to $2.50. I'm feeling pretty confident. Yeah, I'll be buying some. Will you? Feel free to call below. Young Dragon AK-47. So a minute ago, you might have noticed I was looking up oil rat skins. Why was Hedge looking up oil rat skins? Why in particular would he be looking at oil rat skins? Because these are all Twitch drops and kick drops, right? Okay, so if you aren't fully well aware, there's the charity event recently, and there was an auction for a Twitch drop. Oil Rat spent $30,000 to get this Twitch drop. Not to get it made, just to have the opportunity to have a Twitch drop. There's the AK-47. There is transparency and pay to win. Yes. So, cool. You're about to get an emerald green AK-47 for absolutely free. So, awkward. Yeah, uh-oh. So, with this priced at $3.49, with all due respect, is a very cool, stylish looking skin. And yes, it is a pay-to-win skin. But, wow, the timing. Do you remember we got the Redemption SKS, the first ever transparent aim sight pay-to-win SKS? And then we got the Dylan Zito and Recoy white SKS kick drop with transparency and pay-to-win aim sight, you know? How is the SKS doing, by the way? I'm not being funny here, I actually don't know. Let's go look up Redemption Collection real quick, and we'll be looking this up in a second anyway. That SKS is down a fair bit, which is unfortunate to see. But again, the awkward timing of a kick drop appearing literally just after. Same applies with a Twitch drop appearing just after. I don't know when that's going to happen. It actually might happen this month. There's a random tweet asking everybody, who's your favourite content creator? You know, just randomly asking, you know. That might be them asking potentially about another homebrew. And I get the feeling Oil Rats might be part of that. So that might be appearing fairly soon. It's already made as far as I'm aware. I've actually contacted the skin creators. So, well, with all due respect, you know, there is a collection continuation here. There is a potential to see a very nice looking young dragon weapon collection with some transparent aim sights and whatnot. Ooh. Standout design, nice and purple, lovely bits of gold and pink, nice blue dragon. It looks cool. Props to the skin creator. He's doing good work there. But, again, the timing. It's awkward. And October is in 2 months. No way you got the link for it. Wow, okay, so everyone's doing a better job than me. Alright, cool, thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's on you in Diva Dan's workshop. Thank you very much. Cool. Was that literally just posted? No, it's 3 days ago. Okay, focusing, Hedge, focusing. So in regards to what we see with this, yeah, I'm probably only going to offer $1.80 to $2.30. I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable price to offer. It's still a good price. Like, take a look at like pretty much every single AK-47 that exists. Oh, wow, that is a lot of bad. Oh, gosh, so many skins are down real bad. But one thing you might notice is, it's usually only a select few AK-47s every single year that actually end up in the positive, and then the vast majority are down real bad. So if I look at specifically last year, out of all the AK-47s that are accepted, you've got Sakura, you've got Heatseeker, you've got Olympus, and that's it. 39 AK-47 skins in all of 2025, and three of them are actually in the positive right now. And so far this year, we have seen 17, and I do hope, Optimized figures itself out. But give it like a half a year, like post-Christmas time, January 2027, I wouldn't be surprised if both of these actually work out quite all right. I truly believe. So I think I'll be picking up a bunch of these around October time. I'll sit and I'll wait. I hope to see more skins being accepted in this Young Dragon collection. And then eventually I do believe I can flip them for some good profit. Because again, it takes time for some of these skins to really work out quite nicely, specifically the AKs. When times are really good, aka post-Christmas time, that is where I think we'll see it flourish. So yeah, your sales have been reasonable. Your collection hopefully still continues. I have reasonable hopes for it. It's a nice standout looking design. $1.80 to $2.30 should be reasonably fine. Q-Rack Rug. It goes very nicely with the brand new DLC. But other than that, I don't think many people are going to be actively seeking this out. You kind of need to have it near the pool table for it to make sense, I guess you could say. It's a nice looking glow-in-the-dark rug. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks fine. It's just, yeah, I feel like it's very gimmicky and I worry about it. So with its $1.49 price, I'm going to sit here and suggest 70 cents, 90 cents. Yeah, that's all I'm going to suggest. Now we have Redemption Large Backpack. So, if I could switch back over to here. There you go, yep. Please take a look at the Redemption collection and acknowledge that seems to be very in demand. Yes. It's all red, and yet all green. All green. Well, most of it. Anyway, so yeah, that's an in-demand collection. And if we were to, think of it this way. If we were to look at backpacks as clothing and armour, I can confirm to you that is the lowest selling piece of clothing and armour. So, yep, it has sold less in comparison to the tier 2 pieces, the tier 3 pieces, the boots and the gloves. Interesting. And of course, we still anticipate the possibility of seeing some hoodie and pants being accepted. Ha 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 ha. I mean, they're available. They're right there. Face Punch, they're right there. Make me happy, Face Punch, please. But what I should also point out is Solanosta also made a small backpack as well. I wonder if this being accepted would lead to the large backpack getting a boost. Do you reckon? Well, keep an eye out for that, because I wouldn't be surprised if that's getting accepted fairly soon. Anyway, so with what we see here, in-demand collection, low sales, pretty good spot. I want to offer a good price. So in regards to what we see here, well, regardless as time goes on, I feel like that'll go up in price regardless. $1.50 to $2. I'll be buying some tonight. I feel like the sales are far too low. In comparison to my expectation, I thought the Redemption Large Backpack was going to do between 11 to 13,000 subscribers. It has not matched up to expectation. It has undersold. And yes, I think I want to buy some now. Do you? So, yeah, that's in a very good spot. By tomorrow, maybe it might get close to 11,000 subscribers, but still, it is low, and that would still be one of the lowest selling Redemption skins to have appeared as of recent. So, yeah, in a very interesting spot. Rainbow Pony Metal Shopfront. You know what? I kind of want to buy some of these as well. I'm actually looking at these with positivity. I have to acknowledge, I'm not really sure how many shop fronts we're going to see in the future. I must also acknowledge, you're the lowest selling metal shop front we've seen so far. So far. Alright, let me make sure I say that. We might see like a really sort of horrible looking design at some point in the future, all by design, mind you, and it just might not like appeal to anybody. Now, Rainbow Pony, it's bright, it's colourful, it glows in the dark, it's part of a well-established collection. Yeah, that very likely will be doing very nicely. And that's also what kind of reinforces my idea of it's very likely going to work out quite nicely as time goes on. But there will be more metal shop fronts. At some point, we're going to see Twitch drops and kick drops as well. I'm not sure what goofy designs we're going to see of that. But with you selling so little, and with your collection actually being in demand, I might bump up my original suggestion, guys, because I like to practice beforehand. Guys, I think I actually want to do $1.50 to $2. Like, again, these aren't exactly doing terrible. That's only down slightly. Now, of course, we still want to see what happens as we go through October time. I have no idea what to expect. It's going to be something we're going to learn from. But still, if you've sold hardly anything, I don't expect to see that many listed. And then post-Christmas time, it's getting closer and closer. Yeah, I think that actually might work out quite all right. So tonight, I think I'll be buying some of these as well. $1.50 to $2. And then we've got the bucket helmet from hell. I can't confirm we've also seen a metal Shopfront, but we've also seen some clothing and armour. Tactical gloves, hoodie pants, boots. Okay, yeah. I've made a short video showcasing this. It looks nice. It looks cool. I think that would give the bucket helmet a boost. But the question is, have people actually been using bucket helmets? Yes, they got a buff. Yes, more defense, easier to make, but have people actually been using them? Because if they're not actually using them, where's the justification to own skins? Are people actually going to try their best just to get a bucket helmet made just to make that skin? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Orcs has got, some nice words to say. They're not exactly terrible. But, Well, yeah, I also realised my discussion chat box was turned off. Whoops. Say hello, chat. Oh, no. Right, anyway, so. I reckon I'm going to offer $1 to $1.50. Yes, they have sold hardly anything. And that actually could work out in its favour in the future. $1 to $1.50, I think I want to play it reasonably safe. Again, if we see the hoodie pants and whatnot, it very likely might get a boost. But would that stay up forever? Please acknowledge, the From Hell collections had many skins accepted. And you'll also see quite a lot of the prices have dropped off pretty badly. And you're going to sit there and think, oh no, so it's not very in demand. No, counterpoint, they've all been listed at high prices. $4, $4. Let's see here. Didn't we have some more doors here that sell for $4? Yeah, $4, but that's now $40. Wow. $4, $4. They're all high prices. So a higher price skin, it is a bit harder for them to maintain their price. And if the bucket helmets aren't being used enough, I'm not feeling very confident, I'm sorry to say. So yeah, $1 to $1.50. Now for the regular skins. SAP, 70 cents, 90 cents. It hasn't sold that much, but I don't really care that much for it. Again, we've literally just had a bunch of pay-to-win SAP skins being accepted just before it. I wouldn't be surprised if you get lost in the shuffle. Sorry to say, but yeah. And then we've got the Deep Sea Bucket Helmet. Deep Sea Bucket Helmet priced at $1.49. I think I'm only going to offer 70 cents, 90 cents. I don't feel that confident in it. And there you go. That's it. That's the regular skins. Right, so we've got about 5 minutes until the buy orders. Let's just quickly give you a nice little insight in regards to what potentially could be accepted in the upcoming Rust Store tomorrow. The most likely outcome it'll be skins submitted not this past weekend, but the weekend before. So yeah, the August 4 Rust Workshop skin checks. What might we see from all of this? Well, there's some very nice looking skins there. Lots of bucket helmets, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of bucket helmets. Popstar bucket helmets. Forest Raiders jacket. Yeah, right. Yeah, you deserve to have that, right? Yeah, you've been good this year, right? Yeah, no. So what else is there? Yep, there's the hoodie and pants from Hell. Insectoid. We've got Hellcore bucket helmet here. That's also a good shout. But then again, with the recent submissions, yep, the most recent submissions, well, you could probably get yourself a Cold Hunter auto turret. We could probably see Global Shopfront. That's a bit of a weird collection. And to learn more about that, I'd recommend you go ahead and watch the Rust Workshop skin checks for August 11, 2026. All the collection continuations are the chapters. You can easily skip ahead. But if I could point out some other notable deplorables, I can talk. Now, got some very nice looking designs there. Oh, yes, indeed. You've got the Endgame sheet metal doors, some very cool looking garage doors. But then when it comes to the sheet metal double doors that are submitted this week, yep, I'm bringing it up. Rustborn Sheet Metadabador. In my special preview video for the week, I showed off the non-glow version. There's actually a glow-in-the-dark version right there. It actually looks pretty cool. But of course, we also happen to have Gear Mechanism. That also looks very cool. But then, if that gets accepted, I'll buy 200 of them. Because I know for a fact that'll work out very nicely in the future. I know it'll work out amazingly. So there's a lot of possibilities. There's definitely an opportunity for a very, very, very good-looking Rustore. Lots of very interesting transparent aim sight SAR skins being produced. We also happen to have the return of Popstar weapons. Ooh. We've also got some nice-looking AKs. Yeah, as I said, Redemption small backpack. What about Arctic hazmat backpack? Oh, yes, that'd be nice. Would you like to turn yourself into a strawberry? Yes, I'm a very nice berry guy. Would you like to turn yourself into an alien? Glorp. Would you like to get any of these bucket helmets like a lampshade? To be honest with you, I am expecting that potentially being accepted. I want the glow-in-the-dark version one. That looks silly. That looks funny. Yeah, you got a lot of very cool, nice-looking designs. You've also got some very nice-looking green hoodie and pants, whether it's fish hoodie and pants, cell shading hoodie and pants, or alternatively, Hellforged hoodie and pants. Plenty of options available. Which ones we actually be seeing being accepted, we shall see. What about a frog? Would you like a frog instead? Right, so we've actually got the Barders about to happen fairly soon, so I think I might actually just, like, stick around and, yeah. But again, I'm not sure when this is likely going to become available, but it will become available, okay? So, yeah. Not surprised. I was expecting another interesting emerald green design. That looks amazing. And the fact that it's on a workshop, I could actually go ahead now and make a special short video. So, alright, cool. I guess we'll be doing that. But yes, plenty of small backpacks on the horizon. Which of those could potentially be accepted tomorrow? Actually, you know what, chat? I said this earlier and I say it again. How many bucket helmets do you reckon we'll see being accepted tomorrow? How many small backpacks do you reckon we'll see being accepted tomorrow? Lots of very interesting options here, yes. All can be seen on micro522.com. I hate you so much. Right, yeah, I've got the links nice and prepared. I did my practice buy orders, wink wink. If I could go over to here to the side, I can see in the Rust General section all the price suggestions from Mr. Antonomy. Thank you for writing all of them down. Yep, he writes them all down all the time. It's super helpful. He sent me a message. I'm scared to... What am I about to see? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Right then, so yeah. Best luck to everybody. Again, just being reasonably fast enough should be okay. But at some point, as we roll into October time, don't be surprised if you pick up a lot of these with buy orders. Do not be surprised. Right, 10 seconds to go. Best luck to each and every single one of you. Yep, I'm going to get my barter prepared. Copy and paste. First up, what am I going for? Valkyrie Thompson. I like that it appeared right there and then. I'm very happy about that. Yes. Cool. Good barter. Nice and quick. Redemption large backpack. No. Rainbow shrimp. I know. Oh, there's the garage door. Let's get that down. Pretty good fast barter. Redemption. No. What about Rainbow Pony? No. Okay, let's go do a second barter right here, right now. Boom. So I'm prepared to do another Valkyrie Thompson barter, and I can see that there's already a barter about, oh, that's about $3 already. Wow. 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 Okay. I see what I'm competing with. We'll see how that goes. Back over to here with the first barters. Rainbow Pony. Hello. How you doing? Right, so that's looking pretty sweet. Looking at this with some positivity. Let's go put this here. And then we'll go ahead and go chase after the Redemption Large Backpack. As I said, I want to do $1.50 to $2. People have already beaten me. I'm sad inside. I cry. I cry. Oh dear. Too slow, you see. I'm way too slow. Right, second barter for the Rainbow Pony Shopfront. As I said, I kind of push up to $2 now. I'm going to go ahead and commit to that. Yes. Yes. 30. Cool. Right, so that's a pretty decent amount of barters. I honestly think I was pretty quick this time, so let's now skip ahead. We're going to do the abnormal barter support. I'm going to look at all the skins. I'm going to look at all their barters, and I'm going to question, you know what? Do I actually feel confident enough to jump in just buy them straight from the Rust store. And to be honest with you, just getting a quick look at some of these skins, yeah, I think I'll be buying those Thompsons. Yeah, I think I'll be buying a bunch of those Thompsons. Well, let's now skip ahead. Right, it's been over an hour. Let's go ahead and look at all these skins and question, do we actually want to jump in and buy them straight for the Rust store? So first up, we've got the Thompson. That Thompson is in the Rust store right now, priced at $3. The highest buy order is $3. But what we've also seen is someone's decided to unload 100 plus. Yes, 100 plus listings are like here. Yeah, we think someone's just trying to cause a scare tactic. But again, I'm in it for the long run, right? I care more about long term. I saw with both Hellcore and with Heatseeker, I'd probably have to hold on to these for at least half a year. Or at the very least, until January 2027, all right? So if I feel confident, and if I have some expectations that we're likely going to see some continuations and whatnot, I think things are going to line up quite nicely. I think things will work out positively, okay? So lots of orders, lots of support. It doesn't look like it's going to go below $2 anytime soon. Honestly, the only thing that's likely going to actually cause some problems for it, some actual issues, is if we do suddenly see a lot more transparent Thompson skins being accepted in Rust stores. Yes, I know there's likely to be Twitch drops and kick drops and whatnot, but based on what I've seen with last year and this year, people don't seem to care. They only care about the marketable ones. And so with that, I'll be buying some of these today. Yep. So I'm very happy with my barter, $2 barter, $2.50 barter, and then there's so much more above me. I feel very confident to just jump in and buy some straight for the Rust store. So, as much as people would like to unload all of their stock and whatnot, again, I'm in it for the long run. Now, if you can't afford to wait, I wouldn't really go near it then. Again, it looks as if things could work out perfectly fine in the future, but as I already said, nothing is a guarantee, okay? So, I do have confidence, but I can also afford to wait. If you can't, you got to be a little bit smarter about this. I mean, you could probably grab 10, I guess. It's up to you, but you'd have to kind of figure that out yourself. Sorry, but we're not alike, are we? We have different budgets, and we have different levels of patience. All right, but yeah, that looks to be very, very, very reliable at the moment. Redemption Large Backpack. So in my predictions video, the two skins I felt confident in, Thompson and this particular backpack. And I'm sitting here and thinking, you know what? Yeah, I still am. Yeah, we might see a few listings here and there and whatnot, but this is still sold less than 10,000 subscribers. I honestly believe this will be working out ever so nice as time goes on. Now, it might take a while. It might take until post-Christmas, but I still have expectations, okay? So, yes, not as many barters compared to Thompson, but still plenty enough where it looks as if it will retain its value for the foreseeable future. And if we do see the hoodie pants, if we do see the small backpack, I'd have reason to believe that I'd get a nice boost. And again, the Redemption collection has been appreciated over the past few years. So again, if I just wait till the next positive time, whether it's post-Christmas or next year's summer, I do believe that will be working out A-OK. So if I can wait it out, all is good. If you can't really afford to potentially wait it out, honestly, just a $2 barter. I can imagine this might have a bit of a bumpy road, a bit of a funny time as we go through October time, like most skins, but I'm also not really expecting that many listings to appear. So maybe look at around October time, maybe you might just be able to pick them straight up for about like 30 cents cheaper. But with a solid $2 barter right now, you might be able to pick them up for a fair bit cheaper. We'll see. Obviously, there's still a decent amount of barters here, but do you feel confident everyone's going to actually manage to keep their barters there? We'll find out. But yes, I will be buying some straight from the Rust store. So yeah, I feel confident with that. Now, Rainbow Pony Metal Shopfront. I've been keeping an eye on these Shopfront skins as of recent. I've been seeing some very nice looking designs, but quite a lot of the submissions I've been seeing, it's a collection, its main overall texture, apply it to a Shopfront, done. Now, at the very least, with what I see here, it does kind of have that, but it still has like an open sign right there. And then around the back, you've got like the options, the shop items and whatnot. It's actually trying. Now, with this collection being in demand, with this like being the lowest selling metal Shopfront skin we've seen so far, I can't help but assume it's actually going to do A-OK. A nice, bright, colourful and eye-catching design. I think that will be appreciated. I think that will be doing A-OK in the future. And so, look at its support. Again, not as many bars compared to the previous skins, but still solid support. I do believe that it will be retaining its value in the foreseeable future. Maybe at worst it drops off to about $2 around October time. We'll see. But yes, I believe I'll be buying some. Yeah, I feel confident enough that I want to jump in. I do have a $2 barter right there. I'll just keep it there as well. So, alright, we'll see how that goes. Endgame Garage Door, as I said, I'm not surprised to see a lot of people bought it because it is a very nice looking skin. I put out a short video a couple of days ago. Yeah, it's quite domineering. It's cool. It's got a great start to it, and it will turn into a very nice collection if it were to happen. Skin Creator clearly is trying, and keep an eye on the workshop this weekend. I'm sure we'll see another skin being posted. Sheep at a double door, I'm all for it, okay? So, if we don't see those collection continuations, do not be surprised if it drops off. If we do see the collection continuations, you should expect it to retain. You should expect it to do quite alright. But even then, with deplorable collections in the past, I've still seen, like, the original Garage Door still suffer. Like, funnily enough, I have seen it with the Abyss collection. In fact, let's just quickly switch over to here. Let's go ahead and showcase this. So this started off with a Garage Door. I think Ultramarine's also a very good shout as well. But yeah, that's slightly down in price. It's not nice to see. But I must acknowledge this is the position that it's in. Now, it did sell quite a lot as well. 37,000 subscribers almost. Do you know what I'm saying? Still got all the collection continuations. It did spike a price when that was happening. But it doesn't happen anymore, really, does it? So, yeah. Now that's its current position. And then again, yeah, Ultramarine. So two very successful collections. Lots of deplorables. It's actually holding up quite alright, but only slightly. When we were seeing the original acceptances appearing, oh, that was shooting up very nice. But once all that's said and done, now it's just comfortably just about evens. And again, 29,000 subscribers. Not exactly a super insane look and design, but it still was very popular. It was still a Garage Door that was popular. So, yeah, I think we get the point now, Hedge. I think we understand. We're probably better off with just sticking with the barters. Yeah. It's a $3 skin, but don't be surprised if it drops off quite bad. Maybe we'll see a random endgame skin in the future. Maybe we'll see it literally tomorrow. We'll see. So keep an eye on it. As I said, I think the smart strategy would be, if we do see an endgame deplorable tomorrow, if we see a sheep in the door, I might remove my stronger barter and instantly offer a $2, maybe $2 plus barter. Maybe up like $2.30, we'll see. But even then, as time goes on, it wouldn't surprise me if it does drop off. Okay? I know it sounds wild, I know it sounds silly, but I've seen it happen. So, alright, cool. Well, keep an eye on what the Skin Creator is producing next. Let's see what happens. No Mercy Small Backpack. I'm very curious to see what happens with you. Very, very, very curious. So I actually made a mistake earlier. I know I said up to $1.50. I got the exchanges mixed up, so I did $1.73. I guess I'll just stick with it. If I get dumped on in the future, well, I'm just going to have to take it, aren't I? But are we going to be dumped on anytime soon? You did sell quite a lot. Are we going to see small backpacks regularly reach up to and go over 20,000 subscribers? Or is it going to be quite calm and maybe usually be between 10 to 15,000 subscribers? Well, let's also point out No Mercy collections in demand. No Mercy collections actually appreciated. So let's go over to here. Specifically speaking, the clothing and armor, right? You look at the clothing and armor and you'll realize, wow, that's actually quite pricey. So, yep, the hoodie and pants, just those two. Oh, $70? Yes. Something like that. But then you've got, like, the armour. And the armour's not as pricey and whatnot, but it's still doing very, 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 very good. Large backpack, yes, you sold an absolutely absurd amount. But it's not exactly the end of the world. It's not exactly doomed. It's actually retaining quite nicely to a point. But it did sell a ridiculous amount. But the current rate of sales, the small backpack has sold half as much. Okay? So surely it won't be as bad, right? So, yeah, I'm a bit conflicted, but I must respect if it's easier to get the actual small backpack itself, there's more justification to have some nice looking skins. And for now, until we see another white option appear, that'll be the go-to option to pair up with the likes of Whiteout. No mercy as you roam around in the snow. But again, if we see the Thunder Gold, for example, Thunder Gold enjoyers would be quite pleased, and I think other people will as well, because that's a white and black design, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm fine with my Barda. I'm not sure if I want to buy some. But if you want to buy one for yourself, treat yourself. Grab it, enjoy it, you get the idea. So moving on then, so yes, the Bardas are still perfectly reasonable for it, but it could easily go down to $1. And who knows what happens by October time. But with the other backpacks, both of them just basically end at $1.20. A lot of people trying to play it safe. We've seen horrible things happen in the past with brand new skinnables. Again, if we had already got like 20 small backpacks, things would be a lot easier to figure out. Although then again, the sales are quite high, if you know. So. But hey, we'll see. I did have someone try and ask, hey, could this be utilised as a nice green backpack? From a distance, it actually does quite all right. But the fact that it's got so much prominent orange, I think that's just going to switch people off. They're going to be like, nope, don't want that. And unfortunately, that might be enough for people to be swayed away from wanting to go near it. So, we'll see how that goes. And with this, it's a perfectly fine looking design, nice and shiny, but there will be there will be a lot more nice and shiny small backpacks. You just know it. Will they have bones though? Well then, we'll see what happens then. But yeah, I don't think it has the support to be perfectly fine. And again, the joke about the bones, Halloween is just around the corner. I think we're about to see some very cool looking Halloween designs this year. Large backpacks, small backpacks, metal shop fronts. We're about to see some very cool designs, not only for Halloween, but for Christmas as well. I hope you're looking forward to it. Young Dragon AK-47, well, the All Rats AK-47 is on the horizon. But still, even then, I can see this performing better than the average AK-47. And give it time, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually manages to slowly pick itself back up again and manage to go back up into the positive in the future, alright? Is it going to go below its roster price? It really wouldn't surprise me. Am I alright with my $2.16 Barda there? I'll be fine. I'll live. Am I going to get dumped on? I hope not, but I wouldn't mind picking up some, you know? I'm not going to buy any from the Rust store, but I think I'll be successful with my Barda. So is it going to retain decently? Is it actually going to manage to maintain some of its price? We'll see. But ooh, it's a bit funny, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. And yeah, bucket helmet from hell. I don't think you're going to be retaining your value. But if I do see those hoodie and pants, if I do see those boots and gloves, well, maybe things might be a little bit different. I do question though, and this is going to be an interesting shout, okay? So this is something to just kind of consider with tomorrow's Rust store. Are we actually going to see a Rust store that's actually predominantly clothing and armour? Now, last month, we saw a lot of Rust stores with a lot of deplorables, didn't we? Lots of deplorables. Lots of deplorables. Lots of deplorables, you know? Could we get a nice counter to that and get a Rust store with lots of clothing and armour? Because if the bucket helmets are going to take a slot, and potentially, if you consider it, small backpacks, if you consider them clothing and armour, does that mean we're actually going to see any hoodie and pants? Or any tier 2 or tier 3 armour or boots and gloves, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's actually a very interesting thing to consider. So we very likely might not see the From Hell clothing being accepted for the foreseeable future. We'll see. So in regards to that, alright, maybe the sheer lack of sales might be a great benefit to you. Maybe things could turn around and work out nicely. But again, if people aren't using bucket helmets enough, where's the justification to own skins? So feel free to comment below, have you actually been using bucket helmets a lot? Or have you kind of been trying to force it? Have you actually enjoyed using them? Yeah, so I think I'm just going to stick with my $1.50 Barda and I'll be happy with my life. Here's your answer. So, alright, cool. I'd also just like to quickly point out I made a bit of a mistake. The rug was not abnormal. I saw the glowing. Yeah. Whoopsie. So yeah, that's actually going to become marketable tomorrow. Right, so that's pretty much everything. Feel free to comment below. Did you buy anything from this rush store? And I will remind you, like, if you're watching this during your lunch break tomorrow, you might want to make a decision sooner rather than later, because last week's rush store was, of course, early. But the week before that, that was also early as well. We might have a bit of a turnaround now. We might start having early rush rotations. So, during most of last month, they were quite late. They weren't too late to become a problem with, like, no abnormals. But now it might turn around and end up being quite early. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So again, what could potentially be accepted? There's a lot of interesting options. But the most likely answer is it's going to be skins you see from here. Lots of bucket helmets right there on display. Which ones would you pick? Or would you like spaghetti? Interesting weapon skins. Oh, this. Oh, no. It's a Cock LR300, and it's got a cut aim sight. Yeah. What? Yeah. If you say it out loud, well then, we might be making quite a few jokes if that does get accepted. Anyway, some very nice looking deplorables as well. We'll see what gets accepted. But again, if you comment below, there might be a better chance of seeing those skins being accepted. Maybe. Superstition. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll stay optimistic, and we'll look forward to the future. But of course, by the end of this month, we should start anticipating skin prices dropping off. It is to be expected. Happens every single year. And then, of course, with the September month, we actually tend to see quite the drop-off with the player count overall. A lot of kids go back to school. Those poor children, no. But after that, we get closer and closer to Christmas and post-Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. But wow, did the year go quick. Right then, so that's pretty much everything. All is good. Hopefully SCMM fixes itself. Throughout all of this week, it never had the newest rush store. Hopefully that gets fixed. We'll see. Anything else to address, Hedge? Oh, yes. So, Twitch drops. This whole charity event finishes tomorrow. By the time the rush rotates tomorrow, I do believe this will be all wrapped up and finished. And I'm not sure if we have August Twitch drops. Like, were the fancier ones, the Global Warfare ones, did they count as the August drops? They did last until, the beginning of August, so... Do we have another homebrew batch? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'll be keeping an eye out. I do have the link for that, so I'll be making a special short video for that, of course. Yes. But I wouldn't be surprised if it would be all rats and a select few streamers, and yeah, that's the probable idea. I can say this at the very least: I haven't been contacted. Yeah. But go to micro522.com, get a good look at all those recent submissions, and question, what could we potentially see being accepted tomorrow? What do you want to see being accepted tomorrow? And one final thing. Yep, consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks for August 11, 2026. We saw some interesting collection continuations. Quite a lot of pay-to-win skins. Oh, yes, indeed. I'd also like to point this out. A metal tree door has sold for $13,000. Again, yeah. Well then, they're going around, aren't they? Yep. Quite a few sales of them have happened so far this year, so things are looking pretty cool. Right, so that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.